Right now you will see how the band members of Deftones have changed. You will get to know their ages and life stories in brief. I will show you how all the musicians of this alternative metal band looked in their youth and early career and how they look now in 2023. Enjoy watching. Stephen Carpenter began his musical journey after a skateboarding accident. As a result of the accident, which occurred when he was only 15 years old, Stephen found himself in a wheelchair for several months. During this time he began learning to play guitar, finding inspiration in rock bands Anthrax and Metallica. In middle school, Stephen met future Deftones members Chino Moreno and Abe Cunningham. When Chino found out that Carpenter was good at guitar, he offered him to play with them. It was from the first rehearsals in Stephen's garage that the band's story began. In 1995 their debut album Adrenaline was released, which was noted for its pioneering and innovative sound. Initially the release was not commercially successful, but thanks to numerous tours and rumors about it, it sold 220,000 copies. Stephen is now listed as one of the 100 greatest metal guitarists. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss my exciting new videos on how rock stars changed. Let's move on. Abe Cunningham was born in California but began his musical endeavors when his family moved to Sacramento. As a teenager he began playing drums in the band Fallacy. Cunningham also learned to play guitar but chose to develop as a drummer, emulating his stepfather who was a musician. Abraham was at the origin of Deftones' formation but finally joined the band only in 1993. Real success awaited the band after the release of their second album Around the Fur. This work was characterized by its aggressive sound and the use of electronic samples. The singles My Own Summer and Be Quiet and Drive became hits and helped the band earn recognition in the metal scene. The release sold 43,000 copies in its first week and hit the Billboard charts. Around the Fur was recognized as one of the best albums of 1997. Abe contributed significantly to the success of the band Deftones with his musical passion and skill on percussion. Dominic Garcia was the first bassist of Deftones, then was the drummer for a few weeks. After leaving the band, Dom built a career in ethnic music. John Taylor's drumming can be heard on the demo cassette Like Linus, which Deftones released in late '93. John contributed to the heavier sound of the band. I couldn't find any current pictures of him. Cheng began his creative journey while still a student. At that time Che worked on the university campus, wrote poetry and played bass guitar in the fledgling band Deftones. The band became widely known after the release of their third studio work White Pony in 2000. The album received great critical acclaim and became the band's best-selling release. It won a Grammy Award for Best Metal Performance and was also included in the list of 100 Greatest Metal Albums of All Time. In the same year Cheng released his spoken word album The Bamboo Parachute, the proceeds from the sales of which he donated to charitable organizations. In 2008 Che was involved in a car accident, as a result of which he suffered a severe head injury and fell into a coma. He spent several years in a semi-comatose state until his heart suddenly stopped in 2013. Cheng left a great legacy in the world of rock music and will remain in the hearts of fans forever. Sergio Vega's career began in the New York hardcore band Collapse. He was also a member of Absolution until he became a founding member of Quicksand in 1990. After releasing 2 albums the band broke up, after which Vega tried his hand at DJing. In '97 Quicksand temporarily reunited and went on tour with Deftones. Sergio became a friend of the band and in '99 replaced their bassist while he was undergoing surgery. In 2008 Cheng had a car accident and was in a coma. Vega was again invited to replace him. Sergio was instrumental in the creation of 4 Deftones albums. However, he left the band in 2021 as he saw no room for growth within the collective. Frank Delgado began his musical career in the band Socialistics, who opened shows for Deftones for several years. The band noticed a keyboardist's talent and started inviting him as a guest musician while working on the albums Adrenaline and Around the Fur. In 1998 Delgado became an official member of Deftones. In 2003 they premiered their 4th album of the same name, which became the most eclectic and diverse album in their discography. Frank contributed significantly to the musical component of the release, focusing on synthesizers and keyboards. The album was well received by critics and reached number 2 on the Billboard 200 chart, the highest position in the band's history. Chino Moreno is known for his outstanding vocals and unusual performance style. He was born into a family where his father was Mexican and his mother Spanish-Chinese. His nickname Chino means Chinaman in Spanish, which was given to him by his uncles as a child because of his Asian appearance. Moreno became known as the frontman of the band Deftones, which was formed by high school friends in '88. Before becoming a rock star, he worked in the delivery department of the music store Tower Records. The Deftones achieved widespread success, and in 2000 Chino and his bandmates were presented with a key to their hometown of Sacramento in recognition of their achievements. The 2006 album Saturday Night Trist was the result of a difficult and stressful creative process lasting about 2 years, as well as strained relationships within the band. Despite this, the release received praise from critics. Chino has made a huge contribution to metal music and has become an inspirational example for many artists. Watch these videos to see more interesting transformations of your favorite music stars. See you in the next video.